What's up, YouTube? Today I wanted to kind of give you some information on a reloading bench. This one's a smaller one used for tight spaces and stuff like that. I just wanted to kind of give you the dimensions on what I worked with, how I made it more stable so you didn't have to worry about anchoring it into the wall, and overall just a good little bench for you to work on. It has still enough space where you can do pretty much anything you want. For the dimensions, for the height, I did about 3 foot and 6 inches. The reason I did that is because I like to stand up when I reload, and it's just easier for me. That's a personal preference. You can make them shorter if you want to sit down and reload, but I personally like to stand up. If I want to sit, I just use a hydraulic Craftsman seat, and it works just fine for me. For the width, I did 2 foot and 1 inch. The reason I chose that, so it can fit through doors fine. Most doors it'll fit through. Most doors are like 36 inches or something like that, so it fits through any door that I've ever tried to put it through, which is nice. I don't have to take it down or anything like that. For the length, I did 4 foot just to keep it smaller, so I can fit it in little tiny spaces if I'm going to a different apartment or something like that I didn't have a whole lot of room in. And kind of what I used for the materials to put it up, I did 4x4s for the legs. I did 2x4s for the frame support, and then on the top of the table before the plywood I also laid it out with 2x4s just to add weight is the reason I did that. Just because I'm not anchoring it into the wall, I needed more weight so it'd be a little bit more sturdy, and that's the reason I did that. The bench weighs quite a bit, but then again when I'm resizing brass or anything like that, I don't get a whole lot of wiggle just because the bench is real heavy. To top it off, I did go with 1 inch thick plywood, a nicer plywood, not the particle board stuff, just because it's more sturdy. It fits on better flat surfaces. You can see the powder when you drop powder on the bench table, perhaps. You can see that actual powder. It's easier to clean up that way, and also just looks a little nicer. But overall, that's kind of what I did. If you guys want to know any more information about it, as far as this skill, really, to put it together, I did it myself, and I'm no carpenter by any means, and it was pretty darn simple to put it together. I did it by myself, no help, in a garage with limited tools. I had a drill and a skill saw and a tape measure and some hex or the star bit screws, and I got it all done without any help. It took me about an hour just to kind of get, you know, the whole measure twice, cut once. I had to measure a couple times, cut a few more times, but it all worked out in the end. So I did grab enough wood at the lumber yard to get everything figured out. But like I said, it wasn't too pricey either. It only cost me about 80 bucks said and done. I could have went a little cheaper, but the only 4x4s they had were treated, and unfortunately that's a little bit more expensive than regular untreated wood. But that's what I had to work with, and I wanted to get it done, and that's what I ended up getting. But overall, not too expensive, especially if you want to get started into reloading. It's just a good little bench. If you guys want to know more information about my reloading setup, I can do another video for you. I'm just going to keep this one nice and short, kind of let you guys know the dimensions, and keep it at that. But thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, go ahead and like it, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you.